You know, I want to thank you for staying with Lucky this afternoon when I was at his place. He's had to absorb so much lately, and now this. And I think having you there made it a lot easier for him, even if it was a little awkward for you.
Oh, I didn't feel awkward. Okay, maybe a little, but mostly I'm just really sad for everyone.
It is sad. Our family has survived so much, and I just never ever thought that it would come to this. But you know something? Lucky made me feel so much better because I left feeling like I was still his mother. Lucky has been so angry with Luke and me this past year that I was really afraid that he'd be furious when he heard what I had come there to say. I mean, you know, it would have to feel like one more betrayal on some level.
But he didn't blow up about it, and that's progress.
You're right.
You know, I couldn't help but notice when Lucky gets mad, he really gets mad. Does he get that from his father?
I don't know. I think we can probably both take credit for that.
But then he calms down, and the part of him that's like you takes over. The fair part that tries to see things from everyone else's point of view. You know, the better I know you and Mr. Spencer, the more I see the both of you and Lucky. He is so brave and determined and kind of reckless and cool. But underneath it all, he is just so caring and gentle. And, he learned that from you and his dad. And in the end, it's going to see him through.
I don't know. We may have given him his potential, but I think you're the one who made him live up to it. Because he is a very different boy this year than he was last year. And Luke and I were not around to make that happen, but you were. You've been so much more than a friend to my son. You've really changed his life.
You don't have to tell me anything if you don't want to. I just wanted you to know that I know, and I'm sorry.
Thank you. You know, there was a time not too long ago when you would have thought that this was the perfect end to something that should have never happened at all.
What do you think?
I think that my marriage to your mother was the best thing that will ever happen to me. I think that she gave me more love and happiness than I deserved. I didn't expect our lives to fall apart when the secrets started coming out of the walls, but I wasn't able to deal with her secrets in a way that she could accept. And that's why she kept the secrets in the first place, you see. So, we're sort of like two rats caught in a cage, running around and around.
Well, at least it doesn't sound like you regret the last 20 years of your life.
No. I have no regrets. I spent those 20 years with your mother. And I got you and Lulu as a bonus. I have no right to any regrets. I just want to move on.
You don't have to worry about losing me, Dad. No matter what happens, I'm gonna be right here for you. If you want.
Of course I want.
I mean, better or worse, you're the only dad I'll get. You did right by me, Dad. I'm grateful. After Mom told me the news, I started thinking about Lulu, man. All the things I've known that she won't. Just how solid you guys were. How you and me and Mom were just this whole little world. Do you remember the farm? In the blizzard?
Yeah. Mostly I remember being cleaned out by a 4-year-old card shark who had no mercy. You took the poker like Einstein took a mathematics.
Oh, where was my choice? Snowed in with my parents for 2 weeks. No power, nothing to do except play poker, learn to love reading, and listen to your stories over and over.
And over my stories? You were 4. How bad could they be at that stage? It was a good winter.
There were a lot of good winters. There was a lot of good. You know, that's why it hurt so bad when I found out about the rape. I couldn't take the idea that all that love was just an illusion. I couldn't do that. And now I know that it wasn't. People aren't perfect. I know that now. Because of what's happening to me.
The remarkable Miss Weber.
It looks like she's gonna be as big a part of my life as Mom's been in yours. And I can't imagine one day without her in it. I think I have a small glimpse of what you might be going through. And I wish there was something I could do to help.
You already have, cowboy. You already have.
So you really liked it?
Oh, yes. Yes, the moment I saw it. It's really lucky. I mean, not just his face, it's him through your eyes. Really, I was very impressed.
I hope the art school agrees with you.
What's your status? Are you going for sure?
I'm still trying to get in.
If you do go, will Lucky be going with you?
Well, he wants to. But to be quite honest, I can't imagine going anywhere without him.
Well, good luck. It seems like a wonderful opportunity.
I would never have been pursuing this if Lucky hadn't insisted. I would have never had the nerve. But he's always doing that, giving me his enthusiasm for everything. But I tell you, when I'm with Lucky, I know things are going to happen. He really thinks I have something to say.
Well, you definitely have a talent. I can see that. And I think Lucky has a talent for making things happen. So if it's New York that you have set your sights on, I'd say you're as good as there.
Thanks. I've got to go.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. It's nice talking with you.
Nice talking to you. See ya.
Okay.
Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh.
What can I do for you, Laura?
Well, I'm looking for a job. I've almost finished my graduate degree in social work, and I was hoping that maybe you could just make a recommendation for me over at the clinic.
Well, I'd be glad to. Why don't you apply here at General Hospital?
I'd love to be here. But I have a relationship with Stefan, and, about half the people on the board are friends of mine. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to trade on that.
Nepotism makes the world go round. Unless, of course, you're not just looking for a job, you're looking to make a statement?
Well, yeah, I guess I'm looking for both. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. I made a couple of statements when I was campaigning for my reinstatement here at GH. Getting my job back was a major step in rebuilding my life.
That's what I want to do. I want to rebuild my life.
Just got off the phone with the clinic, and Val is very much looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, great. Oh, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. You don't know the novelty of somebody asking me for help.
Well, I think that'll change.
Well, if it does, you and Felicia led the way. I really think you shouldn't close your mind to GH as an option, though, despite your friends in high places.
Okay. I won't. You know what's strange? Liz Weber was here just a little while ago, and she was telling me about her plans for her future with my son. And all of a sudden, I felt like I was looking at myself 20 years ago, young and in love, and seeing my whole future with one young man who was as sure about it all as I was. And I blinked. 2 decades went by. And here I am, starting over. Yeah, I try not to think about it too much. I just kind of throw myself into the practical details. If I think about it too much, it just doesn't seem real.
Yeah. I know something about starting over, and I did it about as badly as it can be done. But I did it, and you will too.
Thank you.
The novelty of having you call me father has not worn off. How's Sheba?
Lonely. I haven't had a chance to move her, so I thought I'd come by for a visit. The groom said that you wanted to see me?
Yes. I thought you should know your grandmother has been appointed trustee of the estate.
What? How can they do that?
There's no need for alarm. I arranged for the appointment myself.
Why?
Helena will use her new power in an attempt to destroy Alexis. And knowing she's under increased attack, Alexis will intensify her efforts to defeat Helena. They'll both be preoccupied. And for the time being, you will remain safe.
Well, I understand what you're trying to do, and in theory, it's sound. But I was kind of hoping that I could implement a plan on my own.
Which is?
Well, I've already proposed to Alexis and Elena that they cooperate with us in distributing the estate.
Nikolas, you shouldn't have done that, not without consulting me first.
Well, I knew that it was unlikely that they would cooperate. But I thought if we could at least enlist Alexis, they would give us a better chance against Helena.
I would prefer that you don't speak to either one of them.
Look, I have my own ideas about this. I just
Nikolas,
felt if
I have made a great effort to understand your need for independence. But when it comes to family matters, I must insist you let me handle things. Under no circumstances are you to have any contact with Helena. Clearly, you underestimate
I
her.
had no intention of being reckless. I was merely just trying to...
Do you know the doctor who delivered you was recently murdered?
No.
There was no evidence of foul play, but the death was sudden.
It sounds like Helena.
Without question.
But why?
Listeris was the one who performed the blood test that confirmed I am your father.
That was years ago. Why kill him now?
It was meant as a message.
Did she honestly think that she'd scare you off that easily?
It was meant for both of us, Nikolas.
Right. Okay, I won't go to her again without discussing it with you first.
Good.
But I also won't support violence within the family anymore, okay? I mean, there has to be a way to resolve our financial status without killing people. I'll do everything that I can to make that happen.
I understand.
All right.
Hello.
Am I interrupting?
Well, I was just preparing to phone the accountants about a statistical analysis of one of Nikolas's foreign equities. Please interrupt.
Well, I really just wanted a chance to explain about yesterday when I came by Nikolas's house. I didn't want to exclude you.
Well, I volunteered to leave. You didn't ask me to. Please.
Have you spoken to Nikolas since then?
Well, yes. But we didn't speak about you.
Well, the reason I went over there was because I wanted to tell Nikolas that Luke and I have started to discuss divorce. Well, you know, what I mean by that is he came by a couple of days ago to talk about child support for Leslie Lou with me. Say something.
Is that what you want?
I think I want what's dead to be over, to be buried. I want to stop dragging it around with me so that I can go on with my own life. So I told Lucky, and I told Nikolas, and I'm even trying to start to prepare Leslie Lou a little bit. So, you see before you a woman trying to reclaim her own life. So you can mark it down in your calendar. That's the day that Laura moved on. Finally.
But I know you're sad.
I'm sorry. I hate doing that.
There's no need to apologize for grieving. You've just lost a marriage. And all the dreams attached. The visions of growing old together. You spent 2 decades with Luke. It would be unrealistic to expect that you could instantly be over that.
How can you be so understanding?
Because grief comes when something has ended. When what you had is gone, past tense. The tears, the sadness, the last part of that. And once you shed those, you can move on.
That is what I want.
I know.
I know I hurt you.
I've hurt you. Now, if I had to do over, I would have found a way to tell you about your mother. My choice was not the right one. I'm sorry.
If it hadn't been for you, she might not have lived at all.
I'm still sorry.
Remember saying once that our problem was our timing? Maybe our timing's getting better.
Well, I've always said I am a patient man.
Very. But you must admit that you can see a light at the end of the tunnel now.
Well, yes, so long as it's daylight and not a train. But there's no rush, Laura. It's important you know that. I will give you time. I'll give you whatever you need.
Thank you. Right now, all I need is you. Thank you for being so understanding. I know it isn't easy, but it means so much just to have you here.
Laura. This is real. What we have is real.
I'm not ready for everything yet. But I'm ready to make a start.
That's good. You know, I would never ask you to give up where you've come from. Because I know that every moment of your life has made you the woman you are today. The woman I love.
I know you wouldn't ask me to, but I think that I do have to stop looking backwards. I really do. Because I want a new life. I want to start over. I want to let the past be the past. So I can focus on what's in front of me.